Welcome back to the TTRPG Project, where we are proud to bring you the Dresselhime campaign, featuring our cast of non-voice actors, Adonis Kronos, Guinevere Ashenthorn, and Gelt Genlith, as they explore the wild lands of Dresselheim. The Dresselheim campaign, featuring the Tarren D100 system using particularly the Tarren Age of Fantasy, Beta 2 currently available to join at TheTtrpgProject.com. The TTRPG Project is proud to bring you the Dresselheim campaign with these non-voice actors, sponsored by proud viewers like you who remember to like, subscribe, leave a rumble, thumbs up, and even leave comments down below, or who happen to go over to the TTRPGProject.com and take a look at joining, becoming a member, joining the beta, which we always appreciate for feedback, or by picking up some of our merch. Get yourself an Adonis Kronos sticker for that notebook, a Guinevere Ashenthorn to put on the car, or pick up a t-shirt or hoodie to let people know that you know how to play other games besides, well, other games. Anyhow, with all that being said, begin the Dresselheim campaign. Enjoy. Welcome back, Dawning Titans. Welcome back. So, last session, and a little bit from the session before that, we have had the plot thicken. The eve of... calendar. There you go. Stay on that page. The eve of the 21st of Augustus, the three of you returned to town of Corvus, went down in the sewers, had a little fun with some overgrown rats. Two of you were hospitalized, but you survived. You made it through. You received decent medical treatment. The ever advantageous Adonis decided to skip visiting his friends in the hospital once he confirmed that, the dwarf said they were alive. I'm going to go bug the magistrate about a farm. Gelt strolled out of the hospital and decided that he was tired of looking like a vagabond and went and got himself some new threads. Guinevere went to the Holy Church of Humanus and decided that she needed a little bit of faith in her life.
And I didn't even cry.
Only a little bit.
Oh, only a...
Off the mic.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Gelt spent some time perusing the shopping district to burn his day. Guinevere spent her time getting to know a little bit more about the shield maiden orc whose statue she prayed to. While Adonis got his request and got to meet with the magistrate. Found out that the magistrate has a close connection to a past friend and member, maybe slightly fatherly role model to some of you. And then he met the magistrate's shadow, Lephistus, who propositioned Adonis. And Adonis accepted and took on a little private work. After finishing his bloody task, Adonis has made his way back to the poorhouse, where he sees his two comrades sitting at a waiting table. The poorhouse is lively tonight. Music playing from the live band that has finally arrived and assembled their ensemble. Tables have been cleared from one section of the floor to make room for a makeshift dance floor. Adonis, we begin with you entering the poorhouse and seeing your friends.
I guess I will, as, just conspicuous as possible. I'm just not trying to...
I hope.
Yeah, as inconspicuous. I'm not trying to draw attention to myself. Use the wrong word. Use the wrong word.
Pull out your crossbow and caster and start shooting into the air.
Yeehaw!
As inconspicuous as possible.
The place is crowded, you're good.
Yeah, I just, walk over and join my group as if I had, been either there the whole time or at least been in the house for some time.
Okay.
Hey man, it sounds like you've been here the whole time.
I just look at him like with a dead look in my face. Yeah, that nap really hit the spot.
It is about this point, Adonis, with your most inconspicuous glances, you notice that there, at a table about 40 feet from where you are, sits an elf, long, neatly trimmed hair, who has a long and yet thinning beard, piercing river blue eyes that you recognize as Magistrate Zimya Bim,
My boy.
talking with a group of very eager traders who are both glad to have the opportunity and angry that they didn't know the magistrate would be present for them to pester. All coming to try to discuss business with him as he politely buys each of them a drink and listens to them for about 30 seconds before, yes, thank you. Talk to one of my aides, we'll have to schedule it, and moves on to the next one.
Bureaucracy.
But he sees you at your table, and with a slight glance, he raises a hand of glassed wine. His aides usher some of these business traders to back a little bit, as the magistrate takes and begins to cling a second glass against his, producing a rather sharp ring, louder than it probably should be. And he stands, one back foot onto the seat of his chair, and springs himself up onto the table. The music of the poorhouse comes to a silent crawl. People begin to turn and look, and they see the magistrate standing upon the table. Ladies, gentlemen, adventurers! You hear a slight chuckle come from the adventurers, knowing that they weren't included as ladies or gentlemen. It is a pleasure to have all of you here at Corvus for this year's Champions Day. And while we are still but a few days away from the gathering and the main festivities, it brings me great joy to see the business that you have all brought and the merriment you all celebrate with, as we bring an end to the close of the majority of the adventuring season. And while I will have to bid many of you farewell in the coming week, it is with great joy that I welcome one in particular home. We had a son who'd left our isles but a boy and has returned a young man. A young elf who I am proud to welcome back to the shores of Dresselhime. Master Gilleth, and his dawning titans. And he motions to your table. The young master returns to Dresselheim, his proper homeland. And he does not come seeking repentance or seeking title, but simply comes and immediately begins aiding his homeland in its time of need. The slaying of goblins, and most recently, the slaying of a rather large rat-like beast from our sewers. Again, you hear a chuckle come up from around the bar as some people have heard about a group of adventurers that had a rough time down in the sewers.
They have no idea.
They have no fucking clue.
Trust me, two acid-burned individuals get rushed into the hospital. It's gotten around town. I welcome him and his party back to Dresselheim properly. And from the bottom of my heart, I give them my immortal thanks for their services to Corvus and to the safety of its people. The next round is on the government. And immediately you hear the crowd roar, and you see as waiters and waitresses that work at the poorhouse are all rushing the bar and running back with trays.
Terrifying.
The gates of hell have been thrown loose.
In the poorhouse of all places, too. At least in the Lily, it might have been a little bit more controlled.
No, it's better that it's here.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely better that it's here.
And now, with the crowd being much more interested in getting their free drink, the magistrate nods to the band, and they begin to play again as he has one of his aides help him down from the table. Another aide you see immediately walk up to your table. Young, probably couldn't be more than maybe 66 human years old.
Oh, a baby.
He's apprenticing at the magistrate's office, and he comes up. Dawning Titans, yes?
Yep.
The magistrate would like to give his proper thanks and hopes that he will see you at the main event. And he hands you a folded piece of paper that when you open it, you see has 3 admission passes to the Coliseum for the Champions Day festivities.
Let's go!
His Grace wishes that you join him and the others in the VIP booth.
Huh.
Of course. It'll be our honor.
And with that, the young elf just kind of nods his head like, okay, I did my delivery. And he goes and makes his way back over to the table.
I lean over to Gelt, and I'm like, box seats, baby, box seats!
Well, about now, Gelt and Guinevere, I'm sure, very curious as to why the hell they just got called out.
Yeah, appreciate the free drinks from the government. I love drinking. So, what?
I'm gonna lean in to them and be like, look, I did some things. We can't talk about it in the open.
Okay.
So when we get back to the room, it'll be a topic. Be a topic of discussion.
Okay.
How long? So, first of all, a elf makes her way over to your table. You've seen her before. You recognize her as the server Essa. As she swaggers over to your table, and she's holding a tray with a variety of glasses and goblets. Wine, ale, beer, or mead?
Wine.
I guess mead.
Ale, please.
1 honey mead for the gentleman.
Thank you.
1 Dwarven crystal ale for the lady. And for the elf of the hour, and she reaches across and she picks up one of the glasses of wine. She swirls it. She holds it down towards your face, and she brings her face ever so close. Lover's red. And she hands Gelt the glass of wine. And with that, she turns her large, beautiful blue and red eyes, and she starts to swagger away from the table.
So, like, is that like a hint, or like, what are you guys saying?
I sip my mead, and I'm all like, huh. So I guess that leash isn't as short as I thought it would be, huh?
Huh?
Oh, I'll explain later. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
I
Be a good little boy.
As she makes her way, passing drinks back off into the crowd, the 3 of you have your drinks. The music has begun to pick up its pace. People are returning to the dancing. The magistrate is once again shaking hands and making polite nods with business traders that He's doing his best to hide the fact that why am I wasting my time talking to you?
Just, oh god, you poor people. I do not need to associate with you.
Yes.
Above table, when I was talking to him, he's like, yeah, people come and, they drop off things that they want to do, but that's just people talking about things. Fuck, completely worthless. I'm not going to look at him anyways, basically, is what he told me. I was like, damn. So the magistrate, love that guy. He's hilarious.
Alright. So the three of you are at the table, you have your drinks, they're all very good. When the magistrate said he was paying, good old Joe, or no, sorry, we're at the poorhouse. Good old Billy Bob did not pour the cheap stuff. He's like, top shelf.
Top shelf. No, I think I'll hang out for like an hour, and then mosey my way back into our room.
Do we
You guys don't
actually have a room?
you guys don't
That's
have
what
a
I
room.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I don't know if we had a room or not. So, I'll hang out for about an hour. But I do want to go and get a room now. Make sure we acquire a room for
Lock
the night.
in that raid.
Yeah.
Alright. You approach Billy Bob, who's quickly pouring taps. A room. So, how many?
Just one.
A single?
There's three of us. 3 people. Only need one room.
Group room. Let's see here. I know you're one of the Dawning Titans, and the magistrate just pointed you out and all, but I'm full up.
That is.
I mean,
Okay.
we are. I saw your name in the books. I know you had a room, but your room expired on the 20th, and it's since filled. I don't have anything this close to Champions Day. I'm really sorry.
Nope, you're all good. Thank you so much, though.
But not a problem. Here, and he hands you another pint of whatever he just poured.
For sure. As long as it's not wine, I'll go ahead and drink it. If it's wine, I'll bring it back to Gelt.
No, it came in a pint. It's either an ale or a beer. You're not sure yet.
Wine.
A pint of wine. Good God, that sounds like something I need.
Look. If Johnny Depp can drink a mega pint, all right.
The 80s are over. We don't have the days of $2 Chuck anymore.
If Johnny Depp can drink a mega pint, I can drink a regular pint of wine.
Hey, look. Daytime housewives have been drinking it out of coffee mugs for years.
I mean...
Alright. So you make it back to the table with the news that there is no room currently in the poorhouse.
Well, that just means we get to live it up for free.
For free?
Yeah, we just crash out here.
Oh, just in the field?
No, in the middle of the fucking dining room.
No.
Drink all night. That's what you're saying.
All right.
He's
I'm
suggesting
definitely
that we
not going
drink
to
so
drink
much
all
that we
night.
pass out, I believe.
Yes.
No. I would not like to be a part of that. I would like to take a shower and, get some of my wounds patched up. Oh, no, I'm just going to lean over to Guinevere. I am really hurting.
I am in pain.
I have 7 HP right now, so
Do you need me to heal you, Adonis?
I'm just gonna put my hand on his shoulder, please.
Okay, I'll heal him.
All right, let's roll that out.
That's a 3.
Oh, thank God. Double digits.
You've
All the way
recovered.
to
You're back to 10. You're almost halfway.
Hey, at least you got a little more color in your face now.
Well, that puts all of you at just about the same HP.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm at 3 HP.
Yeah,
No,
man, we're messed up.
You're both at 10.
Oh, okay.
I considered the fact that Guinevere spent an entire day at the church, and you spent an entire day just casually window shopping, so that recovered you guys 1d8.
Oh, okay.
So.
Doesn't her heal right now also heal area effect? Isn't it healing breeze?
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are all
yeah, it does.
So they're at 13 now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But with that news, I would also like to go take a bath.
It is late.
I don't know if the bathhouse is even still open. I don't remember the last time I went to the bathhouse, what time it was.
It was like midnight.
So, give me 1 second. I will tell you whether the bathhouse is open. So the bathhouse, let's see here, they close at 2300 hours. And right now, it is, from when you got into there, it is, it's about 20, you have time. You have 3 hours before the bathhouse closes.
All right, I would like to go to the bathhouse.
Okay.
I don't know about the other two, but
You gonna join Adonis to the bathhouse? I mean, you just recently got out of the hospital, but someone else had to bathe you there.
I'll take a walk me down.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. As the three of you raise up from your table and are preparing yourselves to leave, once again the music is brought to this time, a less careful halt. As a group of guards of the town burst in and rush to the magistrate's table. One of them leans down and begins whispering. The magistrate again raises up both hands and stands. This time he doesn't do the whole performance of standing on a table, but he stands and raises both hands to grasp the room's attention. It is with great concern that I inform you. I apologize for the lack of formality. We will get a request made to the guild house immediately, but it is to be informed that a prisoner has escaped. Louis the Braveheart has escaped from his prison, killing his guard escort, and is currently on the loose. The city guard is immediately taking actions. They are searching for him now, but this is an open call from the magistrate's office. We will immediately have a bounty issued to the guild hall for any that are able to acquire and recover him. Please be careful as you walk the streets. Murmurs immediately explode throughout the bar. You see some people immediately checking their swords real quick, grabbing their weapons, a few people walking over to the bar and signaling for Bob to give them their crossbows, and they are heading out.
Maybe we hold off for a second.
you know what? It's fine. I just want to bathe, dog.
Okay.
Right. The three of you make it out with a group of other people who are some of whom are, we need to get back to our inn. Oh my God, but didn't Johnny go to the cat house? We need to go and get Johnny. And a few other people going, how much you think they're gonna pay us for the cat? I'm not sure. You think they'll let us keep the pelt?
Oh God.
A couple of orcs are the ones who are having that conversation.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And three of you make it out, and you're on your way to the bathhouse.
I'm not gonna lie though, that bounty on him, I'm not interested in it, just because I did try to, offer some kind of like,
Probably not
you
a
know,
good idea to.
yeah, would not look very good. Would not
Yeah.
look very good. So,
Right. So you arrive to the bathhouse, where you are greeted by a friendly worker who sees the three of you and nods. And public or private or group?
group.
None. I'm just here with them. I'm not gonna bathe.
I'm bathing.
So group.
I'm sorry, just out of curiosity, I can't help but notice he points to Guinevere and to Adonis. You wouldn't happen to be that group that was down in the sewers last night, early this morning?
I
With
want to
the
kind of
acid
shift
rat,
my eyes over to him.
we did in fact fight the acid rat.
Oh. As you can imagine, good plumbing is very key to my business. Thank you.
No worries.
And that'll be 60 copper.
Ooh.
Not a problem. I'll pull out my stone for him.
All right, you do your thing. You pay the 60 copper, and you're escorted back to a very nice, comfortable bath area that you're familiar with, and you're able to get a bath. You are private now if you want to have a conversation.
Okay. So, I'll do my thing with my wrap over my eyeballs.
I roll my eyes because I'm 20 years older than him.
Doesn't matter. It's a respect thing.
Like to
Adonis'
imagine
mother
that
raised him right.
I just like to imagine that he's been traveling with you guys for almost, let me see here.
5 years?
He's been traveling with you guys for almost 6 years now, and he's still been doing this the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. Adonis' mother raised him with respect.
Time.
All right. I'll go about my normal business, blindfolded, and I'll ask one of them to make sure nobody's around, coast is clear, and I'll tell him like, oh, I was able to get into the magistrate's office. I didn't think I was going to be able to. We're not getting the farm, but we are going to be getting a shop. A lot of things happened. The reason I'm so hurt is that I killed the captain of the SS Whoops, and the caster bullet that I was given kicked the shit out of me after killing him. And I just kind of like point to my firing arm like, I don't know if this can be fixed or if it's just bruises or broken, but it feels broken, but it's just purple. There's just like, bruises all over my arm.
Yeah.
Purple.
Hey, see, if you got a metal one, you wouldn't have that problem.
Well, if I lose my arm, I'll look into it. Not all of us are as careless as some.
Well, it's not my fault my fucking parents got killed and they cut off my arm.
But next time, don't be so careless.
Adonis, have manners.
I flick his bruised arm.
And I'll go
with
to
my metal hand.
Adonis, I need you to make a con save.
Oh. Where's my fuse? There it is. Gotta go open fuse. I got a 65.
You take 1 point of brotherly damage.
I just want to grab Gelt by the ear and be like, Gelt, be nice.
Gelt, you take 1 point of scolding damage.
But yeah, we are the reason the magistrate thanked us was because I finished the job and took care of the business that he told me needed to be taken care of for us to get the shop in town.
That's cool, but I'm not from here, dog.
It doesn't matter. Paperwork's going to be forged. That's why I said that leash isn't as short as I thought it was. Because you're the front man. You're the dog of the magistrate. Me and Guinevere are hidden puppies right now. Besides being, an open group. You're the face of this operation now, essentially.
I'm okay with that. It's
I think
better looking face than yours anyway.
God damn it.
He is immortal.
Regardless, I think commands will either, one, come down to us as a group, or they'll come through from the magistrate's, what I'm assuming is his right-hand man, Lephistus, and they'll come through from him to me if they need anything from us. But other than that, we are to continue our journey and, just be people of the city. We're essentially coming up as heroes of the city, is somewhat of what I picked up from what the magistrate was, gesturing that he thinks of what will become. So,
okay.
Yeah. That's
So
where
we
I've
work
been
for the
all night.
military. That's a new one.
We're dogs of the magistrate.
Oh no.
But technically not the military.
Yeah,
this is
technically
the
not the
Oh,
just the government.
Oh no, the government. That's worse.
I am
But-
also inclined to agree.
But we are getting a shop for free, so we will no longer have to pay for rooms. And the going rate of a shop is 100 platinum. So, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've never seen a platinum in my entire life. So,
Well, we just
hold on.
spent 100 of it.
well, actually,
Technically, Gelt,
I-
you haven't seen a platinum since your parents were murdered.
yeah.
But with your background, you used to have platinum baby toys.
Oh,
That's the level of wealth your parents had.
I don't think I've ever seen a platinum.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Your,
Adonis farm boy.
your parents' life savings was 10 gold.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I knew I'd seen gold.
I think I saw it once when Grover had a man ask him to work with it.
I don't think it's the same time platinum. Doesn't.
Well, it's made of the same material, I believe.
I'll give you that.
So, you have shared your deeds with your party. You have gotten clean. Your party has gotten a good laugh at watching you clean yourself blindfolded.
As always.
You know,
The comic show that just keeps giving.
comic show that keeps on giving. And then, anytime I have things that need to be sewn up, it's just straight to Guinevere. Hey, I can't see. Help me out.
Well, she hit you with healing breeze, so there's nothing to stitch up.
Yeah.
So you're good in that aspect. For keywords.
So, I do have a question.
Yes.
So I know that like healing won't take care of bones and such. Would mending?
No.
Oh, damn.
I don't think thinning out bone is a good idea.
So in order for mending to work, you have to have all of the parts of the item that were originally there, or it can't be mended. But mending basically, how mending differs versus healing. Magical mending, you're sort of coaxing nature to reverse time.
Oh, okay.
And with healing, you're coaxing nature to speed time up. So when you cast Healing Breeze and the cuts on the party members begin to heal, the reason the party members feel fatigue is because you're not just snapping your fingers and making the wounds go away. You're simply speeding up and accelerating the time in which the wounds could close themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So in order for mending to work, if you were to try to do it to the bone, the spell itself just wouldn't react because it's the wrong materials.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Which is why Healing Breeze can work to help with bones, except for the fact that you got to make sure they're set first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it just like grows at odd angles. Your arm is forever in a lightning bolt.
It's at a 90-degree bend constantly.
Harry Potter didn't walk away with no scar this cool.
That's when you just chop it off and get a metal one. You can mending that one.
We have, you've told them the story. How long, you guys are all clean. It is now 2,200 hours. 2 hours to midnight. The bathhouse.
Go to the cat house?
If you guys want to go to the cat house.
Yeah, no, I was asking them. I was asking them if they, because we talked about wanting to go to the cat house. There's nowhere for us to sleep besides the Dragon Lily, and there's, it's already pretty late. There's a good chance that place is probably also packed up.
Well, if we have a shop, we could, I guess, in theory, sleep there.
We don't own it yet. We don't own it yet.
Yeah.
In the morning, it'll be taken care of in the morning.
Oh. Well, for future.
Yeah, for future sense. We do need a place to sleep tonight, though. Or at least kill the night away. I would definitely prefer to sleep, though. My body is hurting.
Adonis, you have that pocket timepiece that was given to you still.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it?
I would assume it's in my bag.
All right. Well, when you go to pick up your clothing and dress yourself after your bath, you notice that the sigil on the front of it has a bluish glow that this gold pocket watch did not have before.
Interesting.
Do you open it?
Yeah, I would like to open it away from my face, away from my body.
Okay. You hold it out like a Pokeball and press the top so it flips open. And since you're not looking into it, you notice nothing.
Then I'll take. I just don't want to get shot in the face with something out of the pocket watch. I'll look into the pocket watch.
You see that the top cover of the pocket watch has a bit of a opalescent shimmer to it. And you hear a familiar voice call through it.
Is it Hephaestus?
I was wondering when you were going to finally answer. I heard that the magistrate gave quite the speech for honoring your party. And it was also brought to my attention that you don't have anywhere to stay tonight. The poorhouse has been booked for days. After asking a few questions around town, it wasn't that hard to figure out.
Fair enough.
Your keystones are already registered. Go ahead to the Dragon's Lily. A room has been arranged for you. 2nd floor, room 6.
No taker, I hope you're writing this down.
Of course I'm writing this down.
Perfect.
Oh, and by the way, you'll notice in the nightstand there is a small package and directions for you. Directions that, quite frankly, I should have told you sooner, because maybe I wouldn't have been trying to reach you for the last hour to no avail.
Oh my god!
And you hear a click, and the opalescent shimmer disappears.
I just look at the pocket watch, and I guess I have to look at this more often now.
You should probably keep that on you.
I guess this now stays on my person at all times.
You now have a room.
Alright. I would like to go back to the room.
Alright, not a problem. 3 of you gather your things, you leave the bathhouse. The owner of the bathhouse very pleasantly smiles at you, very happy that he not only does not have to worry about the plumbing now, but he got to do a little favor for the heroes that made it so.
I'll nod, like a thank you nod to him as we leave.
He's definitely going to be telling the people that the recent heroes definitely prefer to bathe at his establishment.
Isn't his the only establishment?
No.
Oh.
He's the big one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there's the reason that he's the big one.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
He's opportunistic. But so y'all make your way through. The streets are full of people, just jam-packed like New York during rush hour.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're probably looking for what's-his-face.
No, this is just because this is a community of 30,000 that now has 400,000 people.
There's just a lot of people.
Oh.
Yeah, it's packed. Though you do see plenty of guards who are running to and fro, looking desperately. And you make it back to the dark comfort of the Dragon's Lily. You walk past the front desk, where you are greeted, declare who you are, and the owner simply nods. You go upstairs, you enter your room, and sure enough, you find a package where you were told it would be. And inside that package contains 2 more pocket watches, also made of gold. And directions, stating that if you click the top of the pocket watch 2 times after you've opened it, that you can communicate with your party members.
It's like walkie-talkies.
Nice.
And it is about this point that you inform Guinevere and Gelt that you weren't talking to your pocket watch out loud like a crazy person. Because it's about this point you realize that when you open the pocket watch that they're talking to you psychically.
Amazing. Never would have guessed it. That's pretty dope, yeah.
For this walk coming back to the Dragon's Den, I'm sure your party members have been wondering, do you think you took a hit on the head?
Is he okay? Did the recoil hit him a little too hard?
I heard there was a bed, Doc.
Yeah. How many fingers am I holding up?
I don't know. How many fingers does that metal hand have? 3? Yeah, 3. We're gonna go with 3.
Oh God. You're just stupid.
He's not a Ninja Turtle.
Be a lot cooler if he was.
Have head trauma.
The three of you are welcomed and find yourselves in a very comfortable room. Silk sheets, a private bath. Not a full bath, but wash sink, a wash tub, the full bit. And not only that, you notice that this room that you're in, the 3 bed chambers are all private.
Oh shit.
And come into the opening chamber that you're standing in. This is definitely one of the more upscale group suites that the Dragon's Lily has.
Dog of the magistrate.
Hidden puppy, the beautiful faces right here.
You may be the front man. I am pulling all the work right now.
Do you have any mercantile experience?
Hey,
I didn't think so.
wait, what did you... What? That was a $5 word that I do not know what it means.
That was a whole gold's worth of words.
Mercantile? What is a mercantile?
You know where you buy your bolts from, Hick?
Oh, a merchant? A merchant, you know?
Yes.
Not all of us have been alive 100 years.
101.
His family did own a business that you guys went and picked him up from.
Yeah.
I mean, no, none of them were around for that.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah? You guys picked me up from the shop.
Oh. I thought I thought you were talking about me and my parents did, but they wouldn't have. They weren't there to see it.
You're the one who asked him if he's got the merchant experience. He's like,
Yeah.
You literally came and got me out of a shop.
You pulled me out of a general store.
Oh.
You absolute buffoon.
Oh man, I've been drinking.
Oh.
That's okay. I think you're both stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'll
god.
look both of you though.
Not if you don't sleep with one eye open.
That sucks for you then, I suppose.
A little bit.
I guess you're gonna be real sad, in a couple years. Like 30 years.
A couple of years? How old do you think I am, Adonis?
I said 30 years.
I'm 45!
That would put you at 70-ish.
I'm going to bed.
So, when you were when you were born, was there only one kind of lycanthrope?
Yikes!
Gil is twice my age and then some. Why don't you ask him?
Because I already know that there wasn't any cat people when he was born.
There most certainly was. I'm going to my room.
And everybody gone to bed. You all recover 2 health from your long rest.
Sweet.
11 now.
14 or yeah.
Yeah, 14. You took a scolding point of damage.
Yeah.
You awake the following morning, 6 a.m. The sun has just risen. You open up the door to your chamber to find a breakfast cart with morning pastries, tea, coffee, and some breakfast wine left outside of not only your room, but all of the rooms on this particular floor.
Wild.
Swanky stuff.
And so you find yourselves, well, waked and with a quaint little breakfast.
Own room service. Haven't been this well off since my parents died.
You've
I
been
just
thinking
hold
about
the
your
wine
parents a
bottle.
lot, Gil.
I just hold the wine bottle. Morning wine? Who likes wine this much?
Oh boy, 6 a.m.
it's 7 in the morning.
He's a little alcoholic.
Only slightly.
So, we are now on the 23rd of Augustus, the middle of the week, Baja Day, or as it says in common, Hump Day.
Hump day.
And you are 5 days away from Champions Day.
Okay.
Well,
What is your first order of business this day?
is my pocket watch blinking?
Yeah, I will say, is the watch glowing?
Nope.
Alright. I would like to keep an eye on that, just in case.
Not a problem. I will inform you when it starts to go off.
Alright. I guess we'll eat breakfast and head out to the guild hall, see what jobs they have.
You got that. I have to go get my arm looked at. The
We
acid did a number on it.
We should probably also do some shopping for me and Guinevere for new clothes.
Yeah. We should also buy some potions.
Potions is a good idea. If they're affordable.
And get our armor repaired.
A whole to-do list today.
So are we going to the guild hall or are we going shopping first?
Guild hall first, because it's closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see the map of the world?
Yep, I'm about to bring the map up to you right now.
Cool. I just like looking at that better than looking at the three of us. It's so pretty.
It is. It's very nice.
Alright, you should be able to see yourselves now.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
But you are at the Dragon's Lily. And go ahead and feel free to take your tokens and go where you want to go.
Alright, so
To the guild hall.
yeah, guild hall first.
As you're making your way through town, there is quite the energy just buzzing about. And you make it into the guild hall, and the guild hall is in an absolute uproar. Not just adventurers in the guild hall today, lots of merchants and other people, all screaming at the top of their lungs about money.
Oh god.
Love money.
You hear one of the merchants screaming, "What do you mean? If you can't keep our money. If he's not going to compete, you have to return our bets."
Oh.
Ooh.
Glad we didn't bet on Louis.
Richard.
Me? Yeah, Richard.
Oh,
Louis' his brother who
Yeah.
escaped.
Yeah, that's who.
And you see a dwarf standing up on top of one of the counters behind the barred cage. "We're not saying that your money won't be returned. We're saying you're gonna just have to wait. We have to process all of you. Please calm down." The crowd is just yelling belligerently. That's all I can really describe of this scene at the moment.
Fair enough.
Perhaps we should come back later.
Come back later. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and come back later. We're just looking to see what jobs are going to be available. They might be the same. They'll still be here. I'm sure there'll be some kind of issue with the goddamn sewers again.
I'm not going back down to the sewers.
Well, I guess
Your
then.
party members skin crawl.
I guess from there, tannery.
Skin crawl on my metal arm. I haven't felt a phantom pain in years.
I guess tannery, so that me and Guinevere can get fixed back up, and then since the smithy's right there, yeah, I was gonna say.
So I think I'm okay with that armor at the time being. but
All right. Well, I would like armor.
So that's fair. That being said, right now the only one of you that doesn't look like a dirty hobo is Gelt.
Yeah, you guys just need clothes.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's also why I was going to the tannery.
All right, so you're down at the tannery. You walk up. The tannery. The tannery. Again, as you're walking out of the guild hall, more people just screaming. The line outside has doubled since you walked in.
We were in there for 5 minutes.
People are angry.
For the tannery, it's tailor goods.
That'd be the tailor.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a tailor here somewhere.
It's
Yep.
up
Next to the bathhouse.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we should go on the tailor.
Well, which
Yeah,
do you want
let's
to do?
go
Do you want to
there.
do the tannery or the tailor? All right, to the
Yeah.
tailor.
I'm still down here at the smithy though, so.
All right, not a problem. You're going to go to the smithy. They're going to go to the tailor. I will start with whoever's page I get to first.
Oh, good. Yeah, I definitely want to start here, and then I'll go down to the tannery, and you can go somewhere else, Guinevere. Because I do want to get my armor repaired. Or at least look into it, get it repaired.
So the two of you approach the tailor's. It being so close to festival week, the hours have been deviated because they're doing so much business. You see the mannequins moving in the windows of the storefronts, acting out their scenes. You notice there's a little more presence of town guard out and about today. You enter the tailor's, where you come face to face with a tall, 6'3", 100-pound elf. Milk-white skin with a soft silver glow, cherry blossom hair and cornflower eyes, a long extension holder for a cigarette hanging out in one hand as she smokes. Darlings, oh, no. And she whips her hand. As she does, you feel a gentle breeze push by you and just clouds of dust blow off of you and back out into the street. I can fix the dust, but the rest of you, darlings, welcome to my. You, and she points to you, Adonis. Bad, but you, my darling, and she looks at Guinevere. Come, this simply will not do. And she goes, and she with one hand of long fingers, kind of picks at your cloak, and just part of it just kind of rips off.
Oh.
A lady should not know. Come. And she just starts showing you clothes.
I just wave bye to Guinevere. I told you we needed clothes.
I give a concerned wave to Adonis.
So, would we like clothes, or would we like clothes that are also armor?
I don't think we
think-
wear the clothes that are also armor.
Yeah,
I think just clothes.
Just clothes. Let me see. I should have a.
It's like
have the
10
list, right?
silver for
the list is in our chat. Yeah.
So, for just clothes, you guys don't even really got to look at that. You just got to describe to me what it is that you pick out.
Oh, I think I just want to get something that looks close to the cloak that I have now. I think that Guinevere is definitely the kind of person who likes to just stay what's the word?
You aim for consistency. Not
Yeah.
a problem. Yes, darling. These right here, all of these garments are made of the finest Myriad silk, brought up from the steel spider nests out of the Alcana's forest. I think you will find that I have them in just about any color, including probably, most likely, whatever, and she picks another piece of the cloak off, whatever this once was. Please, try on anything that you need, darling, and I'll be right back to you. You, young sir.
You.
Yes, ma'am.
How you're dressed bad enough, but you would let your mother walk around in those rags?
Ooh.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ma'am. I had to drag her here. All right.
It looks like you've dragged her across the desert.
No,
Also,
you, this coat. Oh, no. You, shush. You, men's clothing is in that section there. Take off that coat. You're just leaving bits and pieces of it all over my floor.
yes, ma'am.
And those shoes. My God. Over in that section, you will find boots. Please. 2 days in a row, and I've been invaded by Tretons.
I just, like, have my head held down, chuckling about the mom comment as I walk towards the men's clothes, thinking, rats. Why did it have to be rats?
While the two of you are thinking about the descriptions of the clothes that you are inevitably going to buy, Gelt, you are down at the smithy.
Yeah.
You walk in and you see the dwarf that you recognize as the dwarf Ember, who helped you previously before. Ah! Welcome back!
Hey. I'm trying to hold up my arm. There's been some acid damage.
Ooh. Well, bring it on over here. You go over, you put your arm on the table. They begin to examine your arm. Well, let's see here. Well, the casing's in good shape. Nothing a little buff and polish can't take care of. And he goes ahead and he taps a few times and gets the different panels to open so that they can examine the internal mechanisms. Appear to be all in fine shape. Good work Balthazar does. Yes, sir. Let's see here. And he taps where you notice a gear with a heart in the center symbol on one of the inner panels.
Uh-huh.
You popped top shelf when you got this one, you did. That's why it's in such good shape like it is. There doesn't appear to be any damage to the mechanisms. Most of this damage appears to be cosmetic. So, you have two options. You can go through the rather painful process of having us remove the arm, and we'll add it to our list of things to do today. Or, and he throws you a thing of steel wool, a rag, and a bottle of polish.
Sounds good.
Anything else we can help you with? That'll be 20 copper for the materials.
No, I think I'm good.
All right. 20 copper for the materials. You have what you need to clean your arm up.
Yep.
How about those clothes, my clothes shoppers?
I'm ready if you're not. But if not, you can go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. Well, I guess Adonis will get some brown boots. Brown commoner-like pants, fit in the aesthetic. A white shirt. And preferably like a darkish brown jacket to replace the one that I had before. Is my hat still good, or do I need to replace my hat as well?
Your hat has seen better days.
We should probably get another hat.
I guess I will replace my hat as well.
Okay, he's now ladies and gentlemen, he has the aesthetic of Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday, only dressed in brown instead of black.
Exactly. It's perfect. Yeah.
Sweet.
He's the brown Doc
that.
Holliday. I love it. All right. Lady Guinevere.
All right, not to add on to that too much, but yeah, I think she's going to get a brown set of pants. But don't worry, I was looking for more of like a dark red kind of cloak. I feel like she's worn a black cloak for like a long time since she met D'Artagnan. So I think she wants to kind of like show that she's like mourning less than she was back then.
So you're thinking more like a dark granite kind of red?
Yeah.
Okay. So the two of you have your replacement clothes, your cloaks, new shirts, new pants. The elf who runs the shop looks over at the two of you. Don't forget to compliment your mother, boy. it's always important to compliment a lady, your mother, or even or any other. If you ever, that'll be. Let's see here, between the two outfits, that'll be 2 silver.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All right.
Yeah. I'll hand over my stone as if like, oh, look at me, I'm paying for me and my mother's clothes. What a good son I am.
Guinevere is silently laughing at this whole scene.
She accepts the payment, and if there's anything else that I can do for you, if you ever have any other needs, by all means, our doors are always open. And she just kind of walks away from the two of you, and she walks over to the group. No. Honey, listen, do you want to be the lady of the ball or the cow? That dress is not belong on you. Come this way.
What was she saying about complimenting women again?
I don't know, but your outfit looks real nice.
Yeah.
Your outfit looks real nice, Guinevere.
Well, thank you. You look.
Don't call your
Looks him up and down like.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry, ma'am. Mother, you look amazing with the outfit that you chose.
Well, thank you, Adonis. I want to just like as we walk outside, be like, but why is she insisting that I'm your mother?
We were talking about age last night. The lady's being real rude about your age.
Gal from downtown, you're fucking old.
If we're going to be technical about things, Adonis is only a year off of how old your own kid would have been.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think some part of that like twinges in Guinevere's chest, but she kind of just pushes it down, accepts the compliment, and will cry on her own time about it.
Fair enough. Where are we off to next? I know that you've gone to the smithy, but all you did was get supplies to clean up your arm. Is there any other business at the smithy?
I don't think we'll have enough money to look at any weapons, so pass on that. I don't think so.
Okay.
I want to head to the tannery. There we go.
All right. Off to the tannery. Is Guinevere going to accompany him, or is Guinevere going to go cry on her own time?
I think she's going to cry a little like the knobs.
All right. So, yes.
I was just going to say, Gail's just going to go take a nice little stroll up to the park so he can clean his arm.
Fair enough. All right, you went to the park to go clean your arm. Which park did you go to? Oh, you're gonna go to that park. We're gonna have an interaction. Okay, but first, you walk into the tannery. That's the tailor, not the tannery. And Sir Reginald, so happy to see you. Oh, welcome back. Welcome. Oh, you're not wearing it. You seem to be donning the threads of some commoner. Was there a problem with what we provided you?
No. There was not a problem. I just need it repaired. Rats are mean. The sewers were gross. I've come to get it repaired because your work was so great.
He takes a look at it. It might, at this point, I assume you take the shreds out of your bag?
Yeah. I take, whatever I was able to gather up of it at this point.
Repair might be a little beyond at this point. Usually when items lose their base damage, consumption, they're not repairable. might I offer you interest in something new?
If that is your recommendation, we could take a look at that. How much money do we have again, Guinevere?
Currently,
16 silver, 20 copper.
Okay,
correct.
for sure.
You have Sir Reginald's list of products that he has available. So
Yes, let me
we,
look for that.
while you go ahead and take a look at that to figure out what you want to buy, we hop over to Guinevere. Guinevere, you are at Bob's and Knobs.
Okay. I think I want to look at potions first and foremost.
I think we have the list.
I believe
we?
you do as well.
Yeah,
Yep,
we do.
you do. But
Okay.
I'll give you a quick rundown because I have it at hand. Lesser potions you see are marked at 2 silver. Standard healing potions are marked at 5 silver. Greater healing potions at a gold.
Whew.
Okay.
Now, I will say that where you are standing right now in the store, you are surrounded by a large shelf of potions.
Okay. Would you guys be okay with it if I got just 2 of the lesser healing potions just in case?
Yeah.
One
Oh
for each?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
Two lessers?
Yes.
Okay. You pick them up.
Can I?
Hold on. Wait, Guinevere. What else?
I think because there's like somebody at like a counter, right, for me to talk to.
Yes, he's ringing you up. You're being rang
Okay,
up by a stout dwarf who, when you walk up, he's got pale reddish skin, long black hair and beard, ruby eyes, and a large gear tattoo with a heart on both shoulders. And he has a name tag that says the word Tongs.
Tongs. Okay, interesting. I just want to politely ask. I know it's a stretch, but would you happen to have any violin strings?
Oh, into the musical talents, are we? Let me see here. Violin strings. No. Those are for a piano. She's not asking to make a garrote. She's asking for violin strings. Violin strings. Ah, yes. And he walks back into a little storage section and comes back with a box containing a set of violin strings and some replacements for bridges.
Ooh.
These are, let's see here, for just this little packet, 10 copper.
Okay, I'll take that too.
Not a problem, my lady. He goes ahead and he rings everything up for you. He even wraps it all in paper and hands it off to you. Okay. Anything else from the shop?
I don't see it on the list, but I do see ammo. But I was going to ask, do they have arrows?
Arrows. Let me double check. I don't think they currently have arrows. But if you ask him, I'm sure he would tell you where you could find some.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Arrows. Yeah, so things are a little weird here, but we found that people don't really like buying arrows from dwarves. Something about elves and blah, blah, blah. Basically, you gotta go down to the lumber yard. It's where they do most woodworking. We've tried to get the arrows in here, but they basically want us to pay commercial prices, which means I'd have to charge people here more, which means people wouldn't come here to buy them because they just go back there to buy them.
Okay. I'll be sure to let my party members know. Thank you very much.
Anytime, my lady. May those potions serve you well and hope you never need them.
above table.
All
That's
right.
where I was going with my question, Guinevere. Thank you.
Cool. I'm going to find a slightly secluded place and pull out my pocket watch. Click it 2 times and relay to Adonis to go to the lumberyard and get some arrows for himself.
Not a problem. Easily
So
enough done.
convenient.
All right.
Alright. Gelt.
Yeah.
It's about this point you have approached the Temple of Elvinus Park. And you're watching as you're approaching, the entire park is surrounded by giant redwood trees that have grown so closely together that you couldn't fit a feather between them.
Whew.
And the pathway that you're following to approach the park has 2 druids standing to either side of it. Yet there is no entryway. There is but yet another redwood. And as you approach, the 2 druids cross their staves across the path. How may we help you?
Just trying to get into the park. I haven't been here before, or in a while, I should say.
The holy park of Elvinus is reserved to those who believe and worship the goddess. The only exception to that are the dragonborn that are permitted to use the dragon temple within. Your swords, and one of them cocks an eye, and your arm are forbidden.
Alright. Alright. I'll just go to a different park then.
Any time. Alright. Basically, that whole park is just one giant temple to the goddess of Elvinus. And the druids have an issue with metal.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. Adonis!
I think I'm just gonna try and get the same armor that I had before, which was 1 silver and 50 copper.
That was a custom thing that he had for you guys before. He does not have that any longer.
Sad.
That was you buying old, cheap stock off of his shelf.
Oh, okay.
So the cheapest thing he has now would be the Light Gamberson, which is a 0 base but +5 overall.
Yeah, and it's 2 silver, 50 copper.
Yep.
That's not bad. That's okay.
All right, then I'll get that.
Okay, so you go ahead and get that then.
And with the information relayed to me from Guinevere, I will head over to the lumberyard.
All right, so you calculator. Come on, calculator. And you bought that for 250. All right.
I think we're at 11 silver, 60 copper.
9 silver, 60 copper.
9?
Yep.
It was 2 silver for your guys' clothes.
You bought 4 silver worth of potions plus the strings. 2 silver for the clothes. Yep. And then some copper.
Yeah, 4 silver. That was where I was going wrong. My bad.
No problem. All right. So you make it over to the lumber yard. This is your guys' first time going to the lumber yard, isn't it?
We've walked past it, but yeah, this is our first time actually going into it.
Let's see.
We've been just about everywhere else over here.
You guys have been to the weapon shop multiple times and you've never stopped to look at the weapons?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just think that's hilarious.
Haven't needed to.
It's because we know we can't afford them yet.
How do you know that?
Weapons are expensive.
Well, I mean,
We're balling on
there's
a budget out here.
air weapons, so I mean,
We balling on a budget.
Balling on a budget.
All right, so you make your way, Adonis, you make your way into the lumber yard. You walk into the storefront that is presented there, where you are greeted by a large ogre who introduces themselves as, I'm Giro. He's about 8 feet tall, 420 pounds. 2 3-inch horns protruding from the front of his skull. Dark yellow eyes with some beige skin covered in hard muscles despite his portly belly.
I guess I'll tip my hat to him and say, I'm Adonis.
Pleasure to meet you, Adonis. So, how can we help you today? You need a buckler, a lance, a counter made,
I need some arrows.
arrows. He picks up a couple of war arrows meant for a longbow. Like these, and he's holding a hand, and his big hand's got like 8 of them clenched in it.
I'll pull out one of my bolts. I'll be like, my apologies. I need one of these for a crossbow.
Ah, you need bolts. Let me see. Let me see here. So do you want standard bolts, hunting arrows, or war bolts?
What's the difference? I know the difference is probably their damage and
so
price.
Your standard crossbow bolt is 4 copper for a D1D4. Your hunting bolts are 6 copper for 1D6, and your war bolts are 8 copper for 1D8.
So I can get 12 roughly of the war ones, or you said it was 4 copper for the standard one.
Standards are 4 copper. Basically, think of it this way: each copper it will determine based on what die gets rolled.
Yeah, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, that makes sense. For right now, I'll pick up 25 of just the regular bolts.
25 regular bolts. So that will be
1 silver.
So 1 silver.
Yeah.
All right, not a problem. You get your bolts, you pay your silver, and you guys have now gained access to the list of goods provided by the lumberyard.
Nice. I guess now that I'm done here, I'll tap in my pocket watch. I'll head over to this park. I'll tap on my pocket watch to call the other two and be like, let's meet up at the guild hall to see if it's calmed down or not over there. Since it seems like we're about done doing our shopping stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Gelt, you managed to get your arm polished up nicely.
Sweet.
You've had plenty of time to sit there and do that. All right. The 3 of you arrive back at the Masters Guild Hall, and it's a little bit calmer, but you could cut the tension in the air with a knife.
Can we get to a stand, though?
Yeah, you could totally get. You could have gotten to a stand earlier.
It was just a lot of people.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of people in here, but there's not as much yelling. You get up to the counter and you confront a dwarf who's working there. Ah, yes, you go through the process. You're stoned down, the swirling of ink. Yes, Dawning Titans. The dwarf just exasperated, sweat beading over his face. He goes and reaches and almost drinks from his inkwell and realizes what he's doing and puts it back down and grabs his cup of mead and drinks that instead.
Oh, God.
How can we help you today?
Just looking to see what jobs are available.
Well, there is killing goblins in the north. There is talk of the butcher Jillian putting in a request for more game meat. She says that she doesn't have enough to potentially meet demand. There was potential sightings of a troll, but no confirmation, somewhere to the east. But really, that's all there is right now. There's so many people here, we barely have any work going in terms of actual things to do. Oh, and, well, you didn't ask about it, but the request for capturing of the prisoner that had escaped has already been closed. The town's guard captured him last night.
Good to hear.
Oh, yeah. What are the rates for the goblins and the game?
Killing goblins?
Or no, goblins or game.
Oh,
Or the
well, the goblins, of course, the going rate right now is 3 copper per set of ears.
okay.
If you come back with a head of a leader, that, depending on what it might be, could vary there. I believe right now, if you come back with a chieftain's head, they're paying as much as 25 gold. If you come back with anything less than that, it's substantially less. Though Richard headed south just recently, he hasn't come back yet, so we're expecting that he'll most likely be taking care of that problem with his troop. Then there is a matter of the troll. The troll, it really depends on what you come back with it. It depends on the troll. I mean, what kind of troll was it? And then there's the matter of the game. Well, that's up to the butcher Jillian, but she will determine the value of what you bring her based off of what you bring her.
I mean, I'm down to go hunt game.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go see what that's all about. You're the only one who could take it down quietly, but yeah.
Well,
So, do you guys want to pick it up?
Yeah, I'm down to pick that one up.
Okay.
Everything he just said is standing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they're just open, until they're closed. So we'll have to talk to the butcher after we've collected some game.
Yeah, you collect game, you take it to her, you sell it to her, she pays you.
Oh,
Got it. Okay, yeah. So it's more not so much of a quest, but like an order.
She put the notice up in the guild hall of, hey, we have this festival going on, and I don't think I have enough.
Got it.
Tell people I need more.
Got it. On my pocket watch, can I call Lephistus?
If you knew what his combination was.
Got it. His combination was not given to me. Got it.
Correct.
All right.
They'll get a hold of us, not the other way around.
No, I just, there's also a chance that he might, had work for us to do.
True.
You're just in a hurry to go do more dirty work, aren't you?
I would just like to get the shop. I also don't know how long we have the Dragon's Lily.
You had the Dragon's Lily for the night.
Yeah.
In terms of what he gave you guys, and he told you that the property would be prepared for you after Champions Day.
Oh yeah, that's right. For whatever reason, I thought he said it sometime in the morning. Okay, so you have till how long do we have till Champions Day? 5 days.
5 more days.
Yep.
Today's the
23rd.
Yeah, today's the 23rd, and Champions Day is the 28th. So literally this day next week.
All right. I guess on that note, we should go to the poorhouse now and get a room until the 28th. Because after the 28th, if we can, it's what is it, like 10, 12 o'clock?
It's about noon.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got an early start.
I mean, there's no harm in trying.
Yeah, we should at least go check it out because drastically cheaper than paying for 5 days in the Dragon Lily.
Yeah. I think if we paid 5 days for the Dragon's Lily, I don't think we can get 5 days.
I don't think so either. So,
right.
I guess we will head to the poorhouse.
You make your way out to the poorhouse. The poorhouse is full, as always. But you notice a congregation of the Corgi crew from the SS WUP. All standing around a table with a screaming and belligerent and very red-eyed first mate, now technically Captain Elizabeth. And next to her is the bartender from aboard the ship, trying to console her. And on the other side, trying to console her, is the one and only Bill, who's doing his best to try to comfort her, but looking very confused and unsure of what to do.
Aww.
Oh man.
You see a group of Town's Guard, not necessarily surrounding them, but close and keeping an eye on them, making sure that they don't stir up any trouble. Bill. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just trying to see if we could hear what was going on.
You can get close enough. And as you approach, one of the corgis, wearing full armor, spins around, hand at his saber.
Oh man.
You see a ferociousness that is very wolf-like in this corgi's face. And you see it in many of the corgis standing around. It's okay, Cyrus. Those were guests. You know what the captain always said. We gotta help the guests. And Bill kind of pats him and he steps back a little bit. Hi, I'm Bill.
Hey, Bill, I remember you. What?
Oh, hey, yeah, it's
you
good
again, Bill.
to see you again. Oh, good to see you too. Things are things are a little things are a little tense at the moment. The captain the captain and the one who originally turned around Cyrus. It's okay to say it, Bill. He was murdered.
Oh, God.
Oh,
The captain was the captain was murdered.
sorry to hear that.
At about that moment, you hear a female scream as she slams her tankard back against the table. And the fucking guards took away our game!
What?
What game?
We should have been the ones to slay that cat. You see all the hairs on her body standing on edge as this little 3'8" corgi right now is giving off the aura of someone who's 9'9".
Jeez.
Terrifying.
And you can hear the cracking of the wooden handle of the tankard as she's clenching it. Her lips curled back, showing all of her fangs, blood seeping from the gums from her anger.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, what Elizabeth was trying to say is they caught him breaking into the magistrate. That's right. You let him know.
That's actually the crew.
That's the crew in the back.
They caught Louis, rat scum. Yeah, they caught the scum breaking into the magistrate's office. He broke into the magistrate's estate, and the guards there killed him. And the first mate, Miss Elizabeth, she's upset because we were looking for him because the captain. And Bill just kind of looks down at his feet. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So just to clarify, what the three of you have been able to gather is Louis broke out of prison.
Yeah.
Louis killed the captain.
Yeah.
And then Louis broke into the magistrate's estate and was killed by the guards.
Cool.
All right.
Well, hopefully things they get easier. They don't ever go away, but they get easier.
The captain's send off is tomorrow.
Where is it?
One of the other corgis chimes in, kind of relieves Bill of the pressure. First, the captain's body will be carried from where he rests now at the doctor's office to port, where he'll be given his last rites before the goddess. Then we will carry him to the temple Styx for his cremation, and his ashes will be rested at the base of Galesh until it is time for us to leave.
I'll chime in and be like, well, if there's anything that we can do, by all means, let us know.
Well, you can't bring him back. And we don't get to kill the cat, so... And it is about this moment you realize that behind you, there is a gathering of Pantherans, Lycanthropes, and Leprade, who have come to the poorhouse and are gathered to pay their respects.
To the captain, basically?
They're coming to pay their respects to the crew, and it is at this moment that you hear one of them who's approached, holding a bouquet of moon lilies. We are sorry to hear about the captain, Lady Idrisil. Your father was a good man. And Lady Elizabeth takes the flowers and continues to weep into them. The presence of her anger slightly subsided, but only replaced by her grief.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Just gonna take leave.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and ask about, getting a room.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You approach the bar to see about getting a room, and you find the orc, Johnny Late, working behind the bar. Looks like Billy Bob needed a break. The dark green skinned and yellow eyed with his dark blue mohawk of an orc turned. Rooms. Well, let's see here. Let me see here. Where does Billy keep the... I think Bob keeps it over here. He's looking around for the ledger. Here it is. Yeah, we have a... See here. Let me see. We have room in the... Oh, there we go. Yeah, we have room in the bunkhouse. It's not exactly what I would call luxurious or private by any means. It's a bunkhouse. But, you don't mind sharing a room with 7 others? We've got room in there.
I don't mind.
Should be fine.
All right, that'll be 3 copper each.
We do need it until the day after Champions Day, if at all possible.
We need it for a week.
Yeah, we need it for a week.
Oh, staying in the bunkhouse for a week. Well, that's not a problem. Let's see here. That'll be 45 copper.
Okay.
Yeah. One of us will pull out our stone to dink it with his.
No problem. So, you have access to the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse is located on the first floor upstairs, and it is a series of just large hall rooms that have 10 cots each.
Okay, for sure.
Don't really need to keep anything in there, so...
Yeah.
Most of our stuff kind of generally stays really close by or on our person, yeah.
All right. You have established rooms.
Sweet.
Nice.
By the time you guys have gotten all of this done, it is 1400 hours or 2 p.m.
All right. Do you think we should want to
I don't think we'll get any good hunting in, but we could head down back to the farm. Maybe catch them as they're coming back in, see if maybe we can't ask them about the hunting routes over there, or we can, hang out in town for the rest of the day and head over there in the morning and see if we can't talk to his wife.
Maybe...
You could also ask about hunting around town.
Yeah, maybe ask around
could
town.
also ask about it around town.
Yeah, I say we go around town. Let's see. I'll ask the orc that gave us our rooms. Like, hey, where's some good hunting spots if you know any?
Well, let me see here. Hunting. Well, I mean, it's a little late in the year for hunting. Kind of looks over the three of you. What exactly do you want to hunt?
Just trying to fill the butcher's requests that they put in at the guild hall for needing more meat for, the amount of people in the area.
Well, let's see here. Seeing as how you're guests at our little humble establishment, I suppose I should do a little bit of playing tourism guide. This time of year, let me think. You're not going to really find too much, and with the goblin attacks down south, I doubt there's any game left down that direction. The goblins tend to make quick work of anything left. Honestly, if I was going to look for anything this year, I might try to catch the sloth migration. The giant sloths will migrate from north to south in the winter. As big as those creatures are and as hairy, they really don't like the cold. So, this time of year, I'd say your best bet would be to head east.
How difficult is a giant sloth to take down?
Depends. How old, how big, how prepared you are. But you're talking about a couple 1,000 pounds worth of meat.
Oof.
I guess my question more so should have been, how prepared do we need to be?
How beginner friendly is this?
I've done my fair share of hunting, but
Yeah, only you. I'm pretty sure.
I've done a fair share of it, but the other two with me have done very, very little.
I mean,
well, honestly, the biggest thing about the sloths is make sure you don't take on too many at once. You know, the sloths tend to be, well, sloths, so they're not exactly all that dangerous. Avoid getting hit. Wouldn't want to get one of those 8-inch razor blades of a claw to cut me, though. Damn daggers they are. But they're not that difficult. The hard part's going to be bringing it back.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, well, appreciate the information.
We appreciate your patronage.
All right,
So I guess we can head to the east, or we can head to the cat house.
You're really dead set on going to the cat house.
I want to go explore. It's like one of the only buildings that we haven't really been to.
Yeah, I guess.
We've been to just about everything else now at this point.
Fair enough.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he is not wrong.
We don't have to go to the cat house.
I at least want to see the building now. I'm curious.
All right. To the cat house it is then.
All right. So the three of you make your way towards the cat house. Immediately, the building is tall and stacked. It's probably 3-4 stories high. Mm-hmm. The outside of the building is covered in beautiful busts and stonework of scantily clad, but not nude, caricatures of figures, including some figures of goddesses and lesser gods, as well as just beautiful imagery in general. As you
lean over to Gelt, this is either a really classy whorehouse or a really nice art museum.
I'm gonna go with the former.
You notice that many of the statues that have, and busts that have outstretched hands, in the daylight you can see the char marks where clearly they burn fire for light, which is not only nice, but also rare that anyone uses actual fire. Most people just use gem light. So that's an added expense, actually. It's more expensive to use fire than it is gem.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting.
And you see, standing in front of the doors of the cat house, a very large ogre with one tusk turned downward, almost as if it's going to go down and bite into his large double chin, and a tusk on the other side that goes up and almost up into his nose. He sees you approaching as he hefts himself off of the stool that he was leaning off of, and you hear the stool creaking in thanks. Welcome to Ashton's Cat House. Performances don't begin until 5.
Just taking a look around, just seeing, just walking, just exploring. Appreciate that though. That'll be helpful, maybe.
Not a problem.
Helpful.
Believe tonight we have the. Let's see here. He turns around and he picks up a clipboard that basically fits in his palm, like a literal Palm Pilot. Let's see here. Aside from the girls that are working tonight, we have 2 bands coming to play. One of them from overseas. Let's see here. And it's Baja, so the Hump Day special is a Dwarven vodka.
Oh,
Oh,
that sounds intoxicating.
Yes.
It's like I will not be making it back to the poorhouse after that. Is what it sounds like.
sounds like Everclear.
Well, again,
If you'd like, you could go. You can go in, but we don't let people in until 5.
No worries.
That's okay.
We can go explore the Coliseum then, I guess, since we're right next to it.
Oh yeah, haven't been there.
We have some time to kill. I mean, we've been there.
Yeah,
just
but
we
don't
didn't
actually
explore
like,
it.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If I
So, this is your guys' first time taking a look at the outside of the Coliseum.
yeah.
Yep.
It too is covered in statues.
Are these
Only
scantily clad statues?
some of them, but not in the same manner.
Let's say it's a different kind of scantily clad.
These are all statues of historical figures or past champions of the competitions who have long since passed. And at each corner of the Colosseum is a larger statue area dedicated to a god. As you walk around, because I'm just going to assume that you guys are going to walk all the way around.
Yeah.
You see a statue listed to a dwarf named Garnet, who is accredited for leading a troop in some ancient war. You see a statue of a large knight wielding a broad axe over his shoulder, and the way that they even depicted the handle of the axe being cracked and frayed, probably indicating some event that was fought here and how the axe handle itself barely survived. You see a statue of what appears to be a human. This one quite large, including a chariot and 2 rearing horses in the front of it, and the human's holding a lance. This was a champion from an event roughly 80 years ago when they still did chariot lancing.
That'd have been cool to watch. It's a shame couldn't do that.
As you approach the far east side towards the bathhouse, you notice a statue that has offerings of rotting fish and candles and incense that's being laid before it, and lines of pantherans walking up and leaving offerings at its feet. And as you get closer, you see Charles Silverton, or Charles Jameson, credited for being the first Pantheran, and supposedly quite the mage.
He was a nerd.
He looks like a nice nerd.
He won a spellcasters competition.
Hold on, time out. This is some alternate universe shit. Jordan wouldn't win jack shit.
There's no way.
No,
no
no
way.
shot.
Not my Silverton.
No,
No,
they're
no
not
way.
cursed
Charles.
dice.
Well, a lot of time passed.
He got those dice uncursed.
Yeah.
And, yeah, you just, lots and lots of statues of heroes. You do notice one towards the back of the statues, and this one is weird because there's two statues in one alcove location. Two orcs. One of them holding a spear, and one of them holding what looks to be a halberd. The two orcs have their backs pressed against each other. One of them female, with a fierce look on her face, and the other a male, missing an arm, and with a mask shaped like an Oni demon, where his face should be.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
And all it says on the plaque is Dragon Slayers.
Oh, that's rad.
That's pretty dope.
Good for them.
As you walk around the Coliseum, you hear plenty of barkers. Get your tickets! Get your tickets! Don't forget to get your tickets! Prices rising! Current prices, 4 silver! If you want to see the best in the world pummel each other like they're nothing but drunken bar brawlers, 4 silver!
Good thing we already have our tickets. We have
got
tickets.
free tickets.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they were free, but yes, you have tickets.
We have
Well,
I'm about to say, I would not say that they were free either.
Yeah, no. Me and her have free tickets. He doesn't. He had to work for his ticket.
Some of us
There's
work for
always
a living.
cost.
So are we hanging around is the goal to hang around and circle back to the cat house for when they're open?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you circle back, and now you see a little line in front of the cat house. You see a human woman is standing next to the ogre with a podium, and people begging to get in. The 3 of you get in line. As you approach, the ogre who you spoke to earlier, 5 silver.
Oh.
Oh,
The woman sitting there looks at the 3 of you. I need all 3 of you to make persuasion rolls.
Persuasion?
Persuasion?
Yes.
I'm like trying to think what I've got in persuasion. I don't think I've got anything.
I got a 0 in it. But I rolled a 94!
86?
Let me see. Persuasion. I think that's a 97.4.
All right. The woman saying there, wait a minute, Riley. Look, isn't that an elf with a metal arm? And didn't we hear that there was an elf with a metal arm and a woman and her son that went down into the sewers? Oh, yeah. 15 copper.
Alright!
Local heroes and all.
I can get used to that title.
Definitely get used to that.
All right, you pay the 15 copper. That was 5 copper for each of you. And you are ushered through the dark mahogany doors into a place where the band is warming up. It is a 8-piece string band that is warming up at the moment. The lighting is typical nightclub lighting. The shimmers of light that naturally flicker due to their use of actually using fire and not just magic. But all of the torch sconces have been encased in stained glass, so that the flickering also of the actual torches also gives off through the colored glass a beautiful array scattering through the place. You see, yes, lots and lots of scantily clad pantherans, humans, elves, leprade, lycanthrope, all walking about, trays in hand, talking to customers. You see lots of customers talking to them, and you are basically in a nightclub / brothel.
I just want to look at Adonis and say, this is a lot more weird of people thinking of us.
You also notice at about this point, Adonis and Gelt, you both notice that not all of the scantily clad individuals walking around are female.
Guinevere.
Don't be trying to set me up with men.
Women then?
Women? Yeah. Would you rather women?
I can be the. I can be.
I'm down to accommodate. Yeah, we're down to accommodate. Whatever suits your flavor. You know.
Why are you trying to set me up with someone?
Why not?
As the three of you make your way towards the bar, having this awkward family conversation.
Have you seen me, Gelt? Have you seen me, Gelt? He's missing an arm, and I'm ugly. Nobody wants that.
Are you kidding me? This is missing the arm is a conversation starter, man.
Well,
But
I
not a
suppose
bed
so is
bringer.
being ugly.
What?
I said I suppose so is being ugly.
He has that too, but the arm is a much bigger, thing that you see. Who wants to cuddle a cold arm at night? Come on, Guinevere.
And what makes you think anybody wants to cuddle me then?
I just point to the lady parts. Guinevere. The things that make you a woman.
That's no way to talk to your mother.
As the three, at about that point, when she says that, you hear you don't hear anything said, but you notice the imposing presence of a lycanthrope whose body is covered in tan fur with blackening towards the snout of his face, pale green eyes. He essentially has the head of a bauble. It's a South African Mastiff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He's about 5'10", 210 pounds. And even though he's actually dressed, he has a buttoned-up shirt that is kind of like it's like putting baby clothes on a bodybuilder.
Oh, God.
As he's now standing there on the other end of the bar with a raised eyebrow at the human that just pointed at a woman he referred to as mother's lady parts.
Dwarven vodka.
He nods, he turns around, grabs a bottle, pulls it up. The bottle itself looks like it was actually cut out of crystal. He opens it, and he points down. Dwarven vodka and he points down to a sign. Shots or mixed drink?
What's the price?
Shots or mixed drink?
I guess mixed drink.
10 copper each.
All right.
Okay. So he goes ahead, takes the vodka, grabs a few other very nice glass bottles of different things, pours them around, and essentially what he does is he takes a high-proof, 90-proof vodka.
God. I was right, it is Everclear.
That has been filtered through the Dwarven distilleries to become truly tasteless. the most pure form of alcohol in existence. And he's mixed it with a combination of blackberry syrup, bitters, and a touch of mint, oil that floats along the top. And he slides the 3 rocks glasses towards you, and when the glasses finally get before you, he flicks a match off the inside of his paw, and you watch as first the flames catch one cup, then the second and the third. A brilliant run of red burns across, and when it reaches the other side, the flames all immediately transition to green, flame back and dance to the other side, and then are out.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
And you have your drinks. Do you dare drink them?
Take a sip.
I'll wait to see what happens to Gelt.
He takes a sip. How big is a sip?
Just to get like a taste of the drink. Like barely a mouthful.
It's sweet, but not sugary.
Hey everyone,
There's a hint of something slightly herbal, but not medicine-y in the slightest. And it immediately takes your mind to the concept of fall. You taste it and you see the crisp leaves on the ground and the dry pine needles falling. Despite being inside, it immediately makes your brain think of an orange sunset and a slight chill in the air, even though the club is quite warm. The drink is both good and potent and emotional. Please make a con save.
Yeah. I was waiting for that. 99.
You're good. You only had a sip. And you're quite pleased with its flavors.
That's strong.
Jesus.
You should be careful.
I mean, I'm still only at 11 life.
Yeah, you'll only get plastered.
Alright, I'll take a drink.
All
Oh,
right.
a drink.
A
Not a
drink.
Like, yeah, like, just not like a huge gulp, but just like, you know, a moderate drink.
These are standard cocktails. They're only 3 ounces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, I'm fine.
All right, go ahead and make a con save.
84, I think that is.
Okay. So for you taste everything Gelt tasted, but you also get something a little extra out of it. Because this reminds you of those early fall days back in the mountains of Spire, when the festive holiday drinks would first start to come about. And even though he used blackberries to make this one, it reminds you of a drink served back home where the last of the season's raspberries would normally be used. And you get a slight comforted feeling of nostalgia.
Oh.
So, how about you, son?
Son.
Yeah, I guess I'll, take my sips.
Sips?
No
Alright.
more. No more than Gelt took.
Okay, alright. Go ahead and roll your con save.
What?
I fucking hope not. You were close, son. 10.
Son?
Oh, no. Brother.
Adonis collapses to the floor.
Oh god.
Oh, shit.
Did my drink spill?
You had to beat a 10.
Brother.
Yeah, Sip only made the DC a 10, and he rolls a 10. You fall to the floor. You manage to not embarrass yourself by not committing the party foul of you make the drink back to the counter before you fall over, but you hit the floor.
Oh, if you party fouled that, I was going to hold on to it so he can finish it.
You're not out cold.
Oh,
You just moved a little too quickly.
Got it.
But the problem is
down there for, bud?
you don't remember exactly moving.
Got it.
But while you're down there, you get a good look and, hey, this is a really nice floor. It's not cheap wood or cheap stone. It's actually all tile.
It's actually all tile.
I just kind of like holler back up to the table. This floor is real nice, guys. You check it out. It's not too bad.
Can I help him up?
Oh, probably. You hoist him up and maybe put him in his seat.
You just try not to move.
I don't know, man. That floor was pretty nice.
You can go back to the floor. I'm just saying.
Oh, we'll be back down there later, I'm sure.
So Adonis is pretty much stuck at this point at a table chair for a little bit. The place is filling up rapidly. You're noticing that the clientele that comes here, you three, while not necessarily out of place, you are definitely the three underdressed.
Oh.
Everyone in here are either big-time traders or very accomplished adventurers. And even the orcs that have walked and sauntered their way in. Some of them, don't get me wrong, they're less dressed than you three, but even they have done some work, you could tell, to try to up their appearance. One of them even wearing a tie.
Oh, just a tie?
Just,
No,
please tell me it's just a tie and like pants.
He's got a tie and he's got his war kilt on.
Ooh, fancy.
Yes.
He must have got his fashion sense from Bargot.
But that's what you have right now. You have you have an orc that just walked in with his war kilt on and a tie. And he looks very proud of himself for his fashion decisions.
Oh my.
And as soon
How are we still out of place with that?
because none of you are orcs.
No, I know, it's just
I was
like a
about to
joke.
say, because he's an orc.
And you notice that as soon as he comes in, he scans the room and he sees a worker of the orc persuasion who happens to be serving some drinks, and he makes his way right on over and starts whispering in her ear. So, the place is filling up. Lots and lots of conversation. You have one heavily inebriated party member.
Don't even know how.
He can't hold his liquor. Not all of us are like me.
The band is starting to play their music. You see, throughout the building, you see lots of ogres who are all clearly hired security. They're all doing the bouncer, arms crossed, staring thing. You're not sure. You're not sure if they're making mean faces or if they're just ogres.
I mean, fair enough.
Probably
Just a
I'm
mix.
Gonna go with the latter.
One of them is just
They actually
thinking
look
about
quite
things, not even
polite for
actually paying
every-
attention. That's just his face.
He's just staring off into fucking nothing.
He's like bobbing his head. There's no music playing, but it is in his head.
The bartender's been making his way, serving drinks. What do you want to do while you're here?
I guess I'm just gonna hang out in my chair and wait for the band to start playing.
Playing.
Yeah. Is there any?
He thinks
closer?
he's waiting for the band to play.
I can't wait for the band to start. It's playing. Oh, I can't hear it. Are there any places closer to to the band?
So for the location, the band is actually playing on a stage in the middle of the structure.
Oh, got it.
So there is no best place to be seated to hear them. Actually, you guys are at a table thanks to Adonis falling over. You are at the first table between the band stage and the bar top.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Then
nice.
I'll
Perfect.
just sit and enjoy the music for a little bit.
They're good. They are, quote unquote, as the MC introduces themselves, they have come all the way from Talinar, where they just finished performing for the king and queen of Talinar, and most of them made it away without so much as a scratch. A few people kind of chuckle. But I give you the rising stars out of Stonegrad, the Morning Suns, and they're playing quite well. It's different. It's a weird mixture of folk music that the three of you all would recognize, but with a faster pace and a quicker beat to it, and a couple of instruments that none of you have seen before because none of you are that cultured.
Yeah,
Do
that
they
sounds
have
about
a
right.
violinist?
They have 3.
Ooh, I want to watch them. I want to watch what they do.
Okay. You're watching the 3 violinists do their thing, and they're playing quite well. They're much better to learn from than some... I'm not going to say that because I'll get hate later. I was about to make a band joke, but I don't want the emails. That's an off-camera comment.
Covering your bases. Smart.
Gotta cover all the bases.
But yeah, you're watching them. Go ahead and make a. We haven't really talked about you and playing that violin yet.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and give me a. Since you're watching them, we'll call it. I'm going to call it insight for this.
Insight. Okay. Ooh, a 90.
Hey.
Add to your trait list. Intuitive musician, violin, and give yourself a +3 when you play your violin to your performance roll. How about you, Gelt? What are you doing?
I assume. Oh well, I don't. It's not the same type of harp, but just kind of trying to like. Do they have a harpist? I should
No,
no.
they
Okay.
do not have a harpist among them. All right. About this point, a Pantheran, long, silky fur, kind of comes over to your table. She drags gently a few of her clawed fingers across it as she approaches the 3 of you. Anything that I can provide for you, she says, and she kind of winks one of her golden eyes.
I can only imagine at this point, Adonis is just like head on the table, like just jamming out to the music, still feeling the one sip that he took. Just like puts a finger up, puts a finger up. My friend here, Guinevere, you could need some help per se.
I put my head in my hands.
Hold on. I need you to make performance with disadvantage, you drunk bastard.
I'm like, there's no performance here. This is a drunk man talking.
Exactly. The question is, how well can she perceive what you're saying?
How well can you articulate what you're trying to say?
Well, that's a 32.
Not well.
Does he need a doctor?
Maybe.
Potentially, but that's a problem for later.
Is there a problem for now that I can help you with? And she takes a big, hefty step towards Guinevere.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
I'm gonna.
she fixes her cloak case like, hello, my name is Guinevere Ashenthorne. I'm 45 years old. Just starts giving a bunch of information about herself.
She's
Reaches out her hand for a
oversharing.
handshake.
She leans forward as she takes your hand and almost lets her cat nose touch yours. You know, the violinists aren't the only ones around here good with their fingers. And with that, she kisses your hand and saunters away. And as she's sauntering, let me know if you need anything. And she throws those hips as she saunters.
I'm gonna nudge whatever. Hey, go.
I'm also
She
going to
turns
like
bright red.
nudge Guinevere. Hey, look at you, pretty girl.
So what did we hear?
You
we know what he's.
Yeah, what did we hear from Adonis? Please tell me we are just the most slurred pretty girl in the world.
You heard something along the lines of
Ooga.
very Taz, very classic Taz.
Perfect.
Oh
Perfect.
god.
But the evening is still going. You see, at this point, you've caught on to the people who share whispers and the working girls, or in some cases, working gentlemen, taking them up a flight of stairs that's off towards the back of the house. So you know how that business gets done.
I just imagine Adonis is like Baymax right now when he's low battery.
Oh god.
This was a good idea to come here. This has been fun.
You're in a nightclub essentially, full of people right now. Lots and lots of people. Anything you want to do while you're here? Besides, have me embarrass Guinevere.
No, that's really fun.
That is the big thing. That's why we're here.
Is there what's like the volume of the room? Is it like just
right now there's about 300 people, not including people that work here, packed in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's loud.
This is a nightclub on Mardi Gras night.
Okay, so couldn't even try and like overhear any like interesting conversations or like
you might be able to, but you'd have to like actually tell me what you're looking to find because you're gonna have to try to really hustle for it.
Yeah.
Adonis ain't hustling for shit. Let me tell you.
You're hustling the floor, dog.
I'm hustling the floor.
It's been about an hour, so Adonis, you're technically sobering up at this point from your sip.
I would like to take another sip.
Make another. Matter of fact, what are the rest of you doing with your drinks?
Also taking another sip.
I'm taking another drink. Yeah.
Okay, Guinevere. All right, so we're gonna start off with Gelt. You took a sip, so give me your Constitution save.
85.
Okay, you're good. Adonis, go ahead and give me yours.
48.
You're good. You held it together this time. Guinevere, go ahead and have yours.
52.
You're drunk.
Oh,
good.
You're not plastered as Adonis got because where your DC currently isn't as bad. Because you said 52, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So your DC was 60.
Oh shit.
But you were definitely inebriated at this point.
I would like to lean into Guinevere. So, what's your flavor of choice, friend? And I'll guide her to look around the room at the walking around, working people.
Well, you see lots of them. You see all varieties of them. The only ones that are a little confusing are the orcs because you're not sure if they work here or if that's just how they dressed.
Adonis, I haven't done anything like this in over 10 years.
Oh,
It's been longer than that.
I'm sure there's a flavor you like, though.
I mean,
so long as it's a humanoid, annoyed. I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter as much. But...
I'm gonna look around for that cat, that Pantheran again. See if I see her and can hopefully motion her towards our table again, now that I have sobered up a little bit.
I kind of just want to look at Adonis and be like, do you think I can't get laid without paying?
Ooh!
No. This is for fun. It's just a dance. Nobody said you had to get laid.
I want to side-eye him.
Well, Adonis, you're going to have to roll for this because you were so drunk. I question whether or not you could remember what she looked like.
Ooh!
That's fair. What am I? Just straight roll?
Let's have you go ahead and do investigation.
Have you know it's a 73.
All right. You see lots of Pantheran females. You can't quite remember what the one that originally walked by the table looked like. You sort of had your head down against the table, so you only remember one part of her, and right now you're looking at faces.
Could I?
Hold on. Your inquisitiveness has caught the attention of someone else.
All right.
An elf comes sauntering over.
Oh. Male or female?
Female.
All right.
She has silver eyes that glitter. She walks the way in which one would expect a priestess to walk. 1 foot clean in front of the other as she saunters towards your table. And she sees you standing looking around. And she reaches up with a finger and catches your chin. Can I be what you're looking for?
Above table, in Adonis's head, all he's thinking about is the Family Guy moment where Chris is in the strip club. I could take you away from this. Oh. Yes, you will do. My friend here.
You will do.
You are.
Jesus.
Yeah, listen here, all right. I quite very much remember somebody being very rude to a lady at the farmhouse. I do not want to hear it from you. My friend here would love a dance, madame.
This is fucking great.
Just your friend?
Yes.
She turns to Gelt because you didn't specify who, so she's making assumptions. She immediately sits right in your lap and raises one leg to cross over her knee. She wraps an arm around you, and she holds out her hand, and you notice a bracelet on her wrist that she holds towards you, Adonis. Well, pay for your friend's entertainment, then.
Oh, this is definitely better.
Though, if you'd like to watch anything further, that will cost you extra. And she gives you a slight little smile when she says it.
Jesus. I'm going to ask her how much it is, just to, be aware of the price.
For this cute little one, 50 copper.
Oh, okay, done. Yeah, I'll tap my stone on that.
All right, you touch your stone to the bangle on her wrist, and she takes the 50 copper, and she immediately gives Gelt a lap dance.
As that's happening, I point my glass to Gelt. Hey, brother, I'll drink to that, and I'm gonna chug the rest of my drink.
Oh, you're done. You're toast.
Finish the drink?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish the drink.
You really
Con save.
98.
You have the guts of fire, son. You feel it. You feel it pouring behind your eyes, but you stay standing, and you're like, "Yep." You're doing the Leonardo DiCaprio holding out the champagne glass, only You have more of the expression of I'm not gonna puke, but you hold it together.
The glass is aimed at no one.
No,
He's
the
the-
glass is definitely aimed just in the air. Just
but you held it together. You keep your
Can I-
faculties.
That's
Yes.
impressive.
I think this is about the time where it's Guinevere's feeling a bit mischievous, so she wants to get back at them. So I just want to look at the lady elf and say, "Sorry about my sons and their lack of manners. I promise they're not typically like this."
The elf immediately, who's just got done swinging her legs so that she was straddling him, her whole back goes stiff. She turns her eye to you, turns her eye back towards Adonis, and then looks at Gelt,
She's plastered.
and she goes, I'm not sure about your friend and his mother, but I can't say it's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
He's
Yeah, I don't-
adopted, dear.
we're both adopted. I'd have to say.
At this point, the song has ended, and she's also decided the dance has ended.
I'm just gonna take the walk me down.
Oh,
She just walks off.
I don't think that could get any better than it did, but boy,
It
did
got
it!
better.
It got better. The gift that kept giving.
This was a great idea.
this is a terrible idea.
So, Gelt, here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of her?
Not as good as the that other.
No. You're missing my point. I need a performance check.
Do I have performance? I do not. That's a solid 100.
You managed to keep your cool.
I embarrassed him enough.
You did not let the experience fluster you. You composed yourself. Despite your party's best attempts to completely embarrass you, and as awkward as they made it, you kept your composure. All right. So now Adonis has finished his drink. Where are you two at?
I mean, do we do it? Do we both also just slam them?
Sure.
Like before they
It's
slam them,
time.
I looked at them with my empty glass, and I'm just like, just so you know, I will not be doing that again.
I will not be doing that again.
All right. Gelt and Guinevere, let's have those con saves.
Got a 97.
Ooh, Guinevere did not. She got an 81.
Oof.
Okay, Gelt, you now share the expression that Adonis had only but moments ago. But you hold it together. You're going, why do fucking dwarves do this?
My God, why this isn't even enjoyable?
Guinevere, you are officially drunk. You're not on the floor drunk, but you are. Ooh, I shouldn't walk too fast.
Ooh.
Seeing that your glasses are empty, this time a human and male, wearing like he's about ready to swim at the Olympics,
Just the speedo.
approaches the table to collect your glasses. And first he says in really, really good Elven, anything else I can get or do for you? And then in common, anything that I can provide for either of you?
Can I, in the best Elven that I can while I'm drunk, because I do
Oh,
speak
God.
it fluently. Can I just look back at him and just say, like, no, we're good. Just like, smiling the whole time, absolutely out of it.
He gives you a big, toothy, brilliant white teeth smile. Anytime, my lady. And he walks away with your 3 empty glasses. It is now about 11 o'clock.
I think we will mosey on back to the
Yeah.
poorhouse.
Yeah.
All right. The 3 of you gather yourselves, and you begin your mosey on back to the poorhouse, where it is quite lively and loud there. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, on the way over, I think I wanted to look at the boys and just say, I was feeling quite down earlier, like we were bad people. That poor girl and her father, but we had a fun night. I think things are going to be okay.
Yeah.
Me too.
Right. And you walk into the poorhouse, where it is quite packed
And I grab another drink.
and quite lively.
No, you do not.
No, I don't.
I think we just head to our room.
The bunk.
The bunk.
You make your way past the Corgi crew, who has now filled up about a third of the bar,
Holy shit.
because the entire crew has gathered in one location. A couple of their non-Corgi crew people, a few humans, a couple of ogres, are also there, drinking, singing sailor songs to the dead. As the 3 of you make your way up to the bunkhouse, and into the bunk room, you find 3 cots in the middle of the room that have not yet been claimed by bodies.
Alright, time to pass the hell out. Sleep off the alcohol.
Perhaps.
So
Hopefully.
we're all
I will
passing
check my
out.
pocket watch before going to bed. I will check my pocket watch, see if
It
ever
says it's 11:30.
Got it.
All right.
I was going to try and restring my violin, but I think I'll do that at a later date.
Don't do that while drunk.
You know, they do make arc male fingers.
Oof.
All right.
massive
good
clicking
now.
power.
So you have made it back to the poorhouse. You have decided to collapse in your bunks. Is everyone going straight to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. I need everyone to give me a D100 roll.
Oh. Just a straight roll?
Yep.
96.
Well, that one's a 98.
95.
Wow.
Excellent. Thank you. You all wake up. You're feeling good.
Oh, we're not hungover. That's surprising.
You're not dead to the world. And by the way, your guys' Gelt, you're now at 20 health. Guinevere, you're at 21 health. And Adonis, you have made it back to 19 health.
Hey.
Oh, baby.
But that's why you all just make your D100s. You're good. You're good. That's the thing about Dwarven alcohol. It's so pure. There's no barbiturates to get you messed up the next day.
Oh.
Wild.
Hell yeah.
Hey, when the dwarves say it's the most pure thing in the world, they're not kidding.
We'll have
But-
some.
The 3 of you rise a little bit later on this day than on the other days, due to the late night.
Events.
That is
And
understandable.
You find that the other members of the bunkhouse have already left. And you are up and about. When you first leave the bunkhouse room and get downstairs to the poorhouse, you see basically the entire Corgi crew, a bunch of them, and you see Bill fiddling with his robe ties, and you see Elizabeth come over and she adjusts his little outfit for him, and he's kind of smiling like, you know, and the Corgi crew is preparing to go and retrieve the body of their fallen and begin their funeral proceedings.
Can I walk up to Elizabeth? Like, not, just approach her, I guess.
You do? She turns and acknowledges you. We haven't really spoken much since your voyage. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too, dear. I don't know if you remember my name. I want to stick out my hand and introduce myself. My name is Guinevere.
I remember you. You're the three that my father agreed to smuggle out of Avangale. You were the last of his favors to D'Artagnan.
I don't know if it'll mean much, but I've lost my father too. And it's very, very hard, and I know that. But I promise you, my dear, that one day it does get easier.
She kind of closes her eyes and she nods her head. He was never going to be king. After all, he's my grandfather's 317th son. But I just don't know why. We always figured that we all knew it would happen eventually, but we always thought it would happen in the ring or fighting some sea monster. Not while he was mourning our mother.
Being orphaned is a terrible thing, especially so young, but you'll make him proud. No matter what you do, you'll make him proud.
Well, don't have a choice. And as she says that, one of the Corgi bartender from before, he approaches and he's holding the captain's hat. And she takes it from him. Because after all, I'm the captain now. And she puts the hat on. And she reaches down and she casually draws her saber. If you'll excuse me. Crew! The whole crew snaps to attention. We march! And she leads them out.
Guinevere puts her hood up and walks back over to her crew, to her group.
All right. Yep.
Do you think we should go along?
We can. I also think that we should try to earn some money killing sloths.
Yeah, we should probably do that.
I can go either way. We have time until, Heroes Day.
We can at least walk with him to the doctor's office.
Yeah, we can join them all the way up to the Temple of Styx at the very least.
Yeah.
Fair enough. As you walk out of the poorhouse, you find that if you were worried about anything being conspicuous, it won't be a factor because the streets are full of beast people. Lycanthropes, Pantherans, Laprade, even some Dragonborn have turned out to pay their respects. Even some ogres and a couple of humans as well. As the crowd that you are a part of doesn't so much walk with, so much as it just kind of moves gravitationally with the 200 members of the Corgi crew that march. There's already a procession with the captain wrapped in his funeral wraps and laid out onto a what's the word I'm looking for? He's laid out so that they can carry him.
Oh.
Uh,
the pallbearers?
Not quite. There's but basically they have him laid out so that he's on a platform that they're going to lift, and they lift it, and they carry him through the streets till finally they get to the docks. Once at the docks, they lay his body to rest in front of the statue of the moon goddess, in front of Galesh. And many come forward, including the magistrate, who offers his condolences to the new captain of the SS Wups, and offers his condolences to all in attendance. For this was an unfortunate slaying of a great and noble sea captain and a phenomenal warrior. Many step forward and lay more moon lilies, both at the statue of the goddess's feet and also upon his funeral. I wish I could remember the right word, but I'm going to just use the word platform. Onto his funeral platform. Before finally, the crew lifts their captain one last time. And Elizabeth, with saber drawn before her, marches them to the Temple of Styx. The crowd, once again, as if by more magnetism than by their own will of feet, follows and travels in somber silence. The youths that call the Temple of Styx home are all dressed in full funeral garb of black. Standing today not with weapons of training, but with proper weapons of steel. As when the captain arrives, one of the older boys, standing next to the head warden Gru, calls out, and they draw their swords, hold them to their chests, and raise them high in salute to the captain as he enters the grounds of the temple. From there, no one but family and the crew are permitted into the grounds while they perform the cremation. It is about 10 a.m. at this point as the crowd is beginning to disperse, for they're no longer allowed to go inside the temple.
Well, that is some sad business.
Depressing.
Do you...
Pain. Nothing.
Do you think we have enough bolts, Adonis, to take down one of these sloths?
Look, man, I don't know. I've never hunted a sloth. We might.
Alright.
I got 30. Yeah, I got 29, so about 30.
Let's go. Maybe the stable would know more about what we're going after, maybe.
Maybe the stable and stockhouse?
Yeah.
Stable and stock.
Yeah. So, let's head down there real quick and just see if they have any information that might help us.
All right, you get to the stable and stock, and you see two ogres who are in the process of carrying a very unhappy
Hang on.
donkey.
Oh, it's Harley. No, sorry about that.
They're carrying a very unhappy donkey by its legs. It's very confused because they picked it up like they're moving a coffee table. And there's a human who's standing there, brindle skin, long black hair, missing a right eye with a seafoam green glass eye as replacement, and a hazel eye for his good eye. Just putting his palm to his forehead as he watches the two ogres carry the donkey. He sees the three of you. Welcome to John Nelson's stable and stock. He just looks so defeated as he's looking at these ogres. I am John Nelson. How can I help you today?
Just had a question about some giant sloths.
He looks at you guys, and real quick, he has to make a history check. First you come asking about bears, and now you're asking about giant sloths.
It's not for the same thing. Not trying to.
Potentially could be. Potentially could be.
All right. Good. I'm glad, because I've never trained a giant sloth to do anything.
That's okay. We were gonna go see if we could find any to help with the meat situation for the festival. Just wondering if you had any tips for trying to take them down, or like any.
Makes sense. The giant sloths are migrating. Well, I mean, you go east, you should be able to catch at least the tail of their migration. It hasn't quite gotten too cold yet, so yeah, they should still be about mid-east. Well, the killing them's not that hard. You hit them, you cut them, you stab them, and they die. My advice, don't get pawed. They've got 8-inch long daggers for claws, and, you look like you're only about 6 inches wide. So, but other than that, no real advice. How do you plan on bringing them back? You don't seem to have any big folk among you.
Yeah.
That was the other reason for coming here.
Yeah. How much would it be to maybe see if we can get some help with dragging it back, or hauling it back?
Well, let's see here. To get your hands on one giant sloth, you'd need a full wagon. Well, you'd need a full wagon and at least 2 ox to be able to haul it, plus yourselves. And especially if you want to make it back in time for Champions Day, because God knows how far you're going to have to travel to find the sloths.
Oh. Maybe we don't do anything and just hang out till Champions.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too, because it sounded like they're pretty far away.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're pretty far away, I'm just saying you don't know. And no offense, but traveling on foot, you're going to have... Well, first of all, I don't know how you're going to bring back a giant sloth on foot. They're about 10 to 1,200 pounds.
Fair enough.
But this is a good time of year if you're going to hunt them. They are mid-migration.
What do you guys think? How much would it be for everything, the cart and the ox?
To buy?
2 ox.
To
rent.
Rent. If that's a service you do.
Well, let's see here. You'll want to make it back. You'll need to have feed for the animals. If you're back before Champions Day, you're doing this as a favor to Jillian. So, 4 silver for the rental with a 4 silver deposit.
So 8 silver total.
Do we have 8 silver?
We
have
have
8
7
silver.
silver, 70
Oh.
copper.
Oh,
Damn.
Good deal. I'll take your 7 silver and your 50 copper. Because you're doing this for Champions Day. More importantly, you're doing it for Jillian. And if you don't come back, Tarren and Hero over there will find you. And you see how they're carrying that donkey?
yeah.
Yeah.
Now just imagine what they'd do if they were holding on to one of your arms and legs and pulled.
No. I definitely understand. I wouldn't want to, not come back.
Yeah.
The intention is to come back.
I don't
God.
care if you come back. I care if my wagon and my beasts come back.
I definitely understand.
Got it.
Got it.
All right then. When you're done with that, no. Carefully put it down. They don't need a demonstration of what you'll do to them if they don't bring back my goods. Get them a flat wagon hooked up. They're going sloth hunting. You see the two ogres look at each other as soon as they put the donkey down. They hear the word that you're going to go sloth hunting, and they both kind of like do that. How do I put it? You remember the Bash Brothers from the second Mighty Ducks?
No.
You're all too young. I hate you all. They both do the Bash Brother head nod that you expect from Super Chads.
Okay.
And they high-five each other like, yeah, hun. And in quick order, you deposit your money to him, and he takes your 7 silver and 50 copper. He treats the 3 silver and 50 copper as your deposit side.
Yeah.
That he'll return to you. And they have you a wagon with 2 premium-looking oxes attached to it. So you now have wagon and cart with 2 oxes.
Nice.
That he's informed you is waiting at the eastern gate for when you leave.
Sweet.
Which, on that note, I think we will say that you collect your oxes at your wagon, and we will pick up with you guys beginning your hunt on the sunny day of the 24th.
So we have 4 days to get back.
Yep.
Okay.
Hopefully we
Sweet.
find some giant sloths.
Yeah.
And we'll say that we'll just call it noon.
Okay.
All right. The Dawning Titans.
Broke again.
Broke again.
Broke again.
On the road again. On the road again.
I noticed that we only leave town when we need money.
And we always need money, apparently.
Yeah. We don't have a better reason to leave right now.
Yeah, no, I know.
I mean, we didn't leave town yesterday. We needed money yesterday too. Instead, we spent money.
we did the opposite.
You did spend money, and you spent money gloriously, might I add.
I think it was very much money well spent.
I think it was too. It was
For
fun.
the most part, at least.
Yeah.